Vern and Charles Farrell. Brought
There's no use arguing, gentlemen. I'm not going to Oklahoma. I'm staying right here in New York and taking flying lessons.
But you don't understand, honey. This time I'm begging you to go with me on a business trip.
But you'll have a wonderful time. There'll be clients to get messed up with, big deals to practically ruin, all the things you so dearly love.
Well, I have a new love now, flying.
Oh, but honey, I don't want you to break your neck.
Well, you might as well save the talk till you get back, Dad. By then, I'll be flying faster than sound, and I won't even hear you.
Anybody home?
Come in, Mrs. Odette.
It's finally come, Margie. Got here a few minutes ago.
What's finally come?
That old trunk of family heirlooms. I promised we'd open it together, remember?
Oh, yes, the one you had when you were a girl back in Oklahoma.
Yeah. Oklahoma, eh? Oh, wonderful state. Grand spot for a little vacation.
Mr. Honeywell, stop silly. I'd love to rummage through that trunk with you, but I've got to get out to the airport. I'm going to sign up for a course of flying lessons.
Flying lessons? Well, count me in. I've been wanting to learn for years. The trunk can wait till tonight.
You mean it? We can learn together.
Mrs. Odette, this is absolutely ridiculous. You're too old to even spin a propeller.
Who's going to bother about those old crates? I'm going to start on jets. Last but the rotten egg.
Well, there's no fool like an old fool unless it's a young one. You'll have to go to Oklahoma alone.
I am not leaving Margie here to break her neck. Somebody's got to keep her on the ground, and that somebody is me. You go.
Look, all right, I'm tied up with that steel merger. This is an important deal. Just think of it. That whole tribe of oil-rich Oklahoma Indians is going to retain us, and that means big business.
Business is business, but I'm a father first.
All right, all right. Don't get excited. We'll think of something to make her want to go.
Fine chance. What could we dream up exciting enough to compete with flying?
Wait a minute. She wants excitement, eh? What could be more exciting than hunting for buried treasure?
Buried treasure? Who ever heard of pirates in Oklahoma?
Who said anything about pirates? I'm thinking of a lost gold mine. Come on, we've got to find a map maker.
Map maker? I don't get it.
You never do. That's the reason I'm president of the firm. Come on.
Cheer up, Margie. We'll take those flying lessons yet.
Oh, I know. But 3 whole weeks before the instructor starts a new class. I hope my new crash helmet isn't out of style by then.
Yeah. Take a look at this Indian crash helmet.
Wow.
My great-aunt wore that at her wedding. Poor thing. It was all the trousseau she could afford.
Was she that poor?
She married the only Indian in Oklahoma with oil on his hair instead of his land.
Do you think that she'll go for it?
This map is so convincing, I'm beginning to believe it myself.
But how will Margie know that this is supposed to be near the town where I'm going?
Because it's on the map, stupid. Soonerville, 10 miles west, see? Now check and see if she's home.
Margie? Margie, are you home? Oh, she's probably with Mrs. Odette's. I hope we're not too late.
You sneak around the back and plant this map in the trunk. I'll create a diversion at the front door.
Mr. Honeywell, what are you doing here? Slumming?
Now, I was looking for Mr. Albright. Why, hello, Margie. What are you made up for?
I'm ready for a masquerade or a massacre. You can take your choice. Look out, Injuns, scalp 'em.
You ought to see me in one of those rigs. I look like the Indian on the nickel. Or maybe the buffalo.
Well, ladies, I won't take up any more of your time. I know you want to get back to all the goodies in that trunk, so I'll just say good evening. Oh, one of my dizzy spells. Oh, everything's going round and round and round.
Mr. Honeywell.
Oh, quick, I'm going to faint. Oh.
Mr. Honeywell.
Oh.
You hold on to him, Mrs. Odette. I'll go in the kitchen and get him some water.
No, don't go in there. I mean, I'm all right now. Oh, I feel as fit as a fiddle. Have a pleasant evening, ladies.
Oh, boy, that was a close one.
We've got to see how it works out. Come on.
Well, look at here. My old asafoetida bag. Got a little right in that old trunk. What's this? Looks like an old map.
It is an old map. Lost Lode Mine, Soonerville, 10 miles. It's a map of a lost gold mine. Mrs. Odette, where'd you get this?
My grandfather was a prospector in the old days. That map was probably his.
A lost gold mine. How about that? Wouldn't it be wonderful if we could find it?
We'll organize an expedition, just the two of us. I mean it. I haven't been so excited about anything in 40 years.
And if we found that gold mine, we could buy our own plane. There's just one thing that bothers me. This Soonerville on the map here. It just struck me that Soonerville, Oklahoma's where Dad's going. You don't suppose that's more than just a coincidence?
You mean your father had something to do with this? But how could he? The truck just got here, and we opened it together, didn't we?
Mrs. Odette, we're heading west, ma'am. Dad's begging me to go to Oklahoma, so I'll go. And you'll go along as chaperone. But remember, not a word to him about the mine. Wouldn't he be furious if he knew he was paying our expenses to go prospecting?
Mr. Albright will join us in a minute, Bill.
Not us, he won't, Uncle John. I'm going fishing.
Now, Bill, you're the head of the tribal council, and any contract I make is no good without your signature.
You're the lawyer, Uncle John. I'm just a poor old Indian who'd rather go fishing than make money. My philosophy professor at Harvard taught me to revere the true values.
Well, it's easy to be a philosopher when you got oil wells pumping money into the bank.
That's what I like about oil wells. They work while you fish. Anyway, I'm not dressed to meet VIPs, just trout. So I'll be seeing you.
Mr. Albright, I'm John Lightfoot.
How do you do, sir? This is my daughter, Margie, and Mrs. Odette's her companion.
Well, how do you do? Now, if there's anything I can do to make your stay more pleasant, please feel free to call on me.
Well, there is one thing. I wonder if you could arrange a guide for us.
A guide?
Oh, we don't want to bother Mr. Lightfoot. I'll find you some local character that would like to pick up a little extra cash. Oh, excuse me.
Certainly. Would you ladies care to sit down?
Little short, eh? Have a pack on me. Ah, there you are. How would you like to earn yourself a few extra dollars? You look as if you could use it. Do you speak English?
Sure. Me speak 'em English.
Oh, good. Fine. Now, how would you like to act as guide to my daughter who's going to do a little prospecting up in the back country?
Oh, you got them daughter.
Yes, yes. That's Margie right over there.
Mister, you got them guide.
Good. Now, let me explain. She has a map of a lost gold mine, but it's a fake. I had it made myself.
Oh, heap big pale-face swindle, huh?
Oh, no. I just want to keep her occupied while I attend to some business.
Oh, I got you. You gonna swindle Indians?
Oh, no, certainly not. I have a legitimate... Oh, but you wouldn't understand anyway. All you have to do is pretend to follow the map. And if she loses interest, plant some phony clues just to keep her busy.
Okay. I keep her busy, you betcha.
Now, here's $50 for yourself, plus expenses, of course. Come on now. I'll explain the rest of it to you later. Margie, I've engaged you a guide.
Bill?
Sure. Me heap good guide.
You know this fellow? He's a reputable character?
Oh, me character, all right. You tell him, John Lightfoot.
Well, Bill can show you all the good fishing spots. Seems he prefers fishing to working.
Well, Dad, you sure picked us a right good-looking guide.
You arrange for the pack horses. Oh, and don't forget the picks and shovels. We might run into some interesting rock formations. And we want to get an early start.
Pale-face squaws, be ready when sun up. Okay, we stop them here. Give Burroughs rest.
Give the burros a rest. What about us? Look at that joker. He's not even breathing hard. You might at least fake it a little.
What I want to know is why can't we ride these critters? They got a jackass union or something?
Too hard for little Vern to carry a big squaw. We dig 'em here.
You mean this is where the lost mine is?
Nope. This is place and map where Dry Gulch be buried. See?
Dry Gulch Pete's grave. But why dig here?
First, must check 'em landmark. Dig for Pete's bones. If find 'em, we know map okay.
This ground is harder than a pawnbroker's heart.
Good thing we've got a big, strong man to do the heavy work for us. And what, may I ask, is the big idea? Why aren't you helping us dig?
Squaw's map, Squaw's gold mine, Squaw's dig 'em.
Now, you listen to me. My father paid you to... What's that?
This old Indian scalping knife. My grandfather used it for massacre a long time ago. Maybe, same knife that killed Dry Gulch Pete, huh?
What a pleasant thought. I'm glad you Indians like us palefaces nowadays.
Oh, sure. Indian like paleface, but no like dig. Okay, you stop dig 'em now.
Good thing you stopped us. We were getting mighty near Australia. I wouldn't want to jab one of those darling little kangaroos.
This is where Dry Gulch kicked the bucket. We sure can't find any evidence.
Oh, no, this is not the place. I make 'em little mistake on map. Got 'em wrong mountain. What we want, over there, only 5 miles.
I can't understand how you girls got sore backs from riding those cute little burros.
To tell you the truth, we didn't ride. We hiked closer to nature that way.
You might say we roughed it, and believe me, it was plenty rough.
Well, your guide is showing you a lot of the country anyway.
Oh, he is that. He is that. We covered a lot of ground.
I've been covering a lot of ground, too. Oh, Mr. Lightfoot and I have worked out a swell contract. It ought to be ready to go before the chief of the tribal council in a couple of days.
Okay, shift.
As far as I'm concerned, I've had enough Indians to last me a lifetime.
I found them very nice to deal with. Mr. Lightfoot sort of hinted that when the deal is made, his tribe might make me an honorary chief.
Well, I hope you look better in a feathered hat than some of our presidents.
I'm going to let you girls get some sleep. You look pretty fagged out.
Mrs. Odessa, I don't mind telling you that little Margie has had it. We dug up half the desert today looking for Pete's grave. And what did we find? Just empty holes.
But the grave is the most important landmark on the map. The line leads from there to the lost mine. So we've got to find the grave first.
Well, if we don't dig up old Pete's bones tomorrow, I'm taking the first train back to New York and that cute flying instructor. And that is final.
I've got to buy some bunion pads, or I won't even be able to walk the station tomorrow night. Come on, Margie.
Did you get the bones?
Only kind could get was cattle bone.
Oh, just as long as Margie can find some kind of a carcass, we can keep it here until I conclude my business.
Me don't want her go back to New York either, you betcha.
Oh, that's right. You won't get another chance to make such easy money again, that's for sure. Let's plant the bones. Come on.
Me got 'em horses in back, all ready for squaws tomorrow morning. Now, we take 'em best bones.
No bunion pads. Wouldn't you know they'd roll the sidewalks up at 8 o'clock in this town? Well, I just have to grow calluses on the bunions.
Look, there's Dad with our guide. What are are they up to at this time of night? And what are they going to do with that shovel? Mrs. Odette, Bill is sold out to Dad.
Sold out?
Our gold mine. He's probably getting money from Dad to lead him to the lost lode. He must know where it is.
Why, that double-crossing no good.
We're going to let them lead us to the mine, and then we'll file our claim.
Oh, well, you might at least have helped me.
You plant 'em, Joe. You dig 'em.
So, the whole thing was just a gag.
I'd like to see her face when she finds these bones tomorrow.
What do we do about lost gold mine? Dig 'em big hole?
Oh, that won't be necessary. Just keep her looking for it. A couple more days. That'll be time enough for me.
That'll give you plenty time to swindle Indians, huh?
I've told you I'm not trying to swindle anyone. Oh, why waste time with a shiftless one like you? I'm going to deal with the chief himself.
I've heard enough. Come on.
Come in.
Okay. You squaws ready. Go find him Pete's grave. Well, what's the matter?
We followed you last night. We saw you put those fake bones in that grave. You ought to be real proud of yourself.
But I...
Taking advantage of a couple of trusting women. And I sort of liked you when I first met you.
Margie, let me explain. I know it was a wild pitch, but I only did it so I could be with you.
What happened to your dialect? You're not even a real Indian.
Oh, yes, I am, and a mighty dumb one at that. But it'd be fun to string you along for a while. Then your dad told me you were going back to New York, so I just have to keep on with it.
But you're not a guide. Who are you?
I'm Chief Lightfoot, the head of the tribal council.
He's your dad's client. How do you like them apples?
That's right. So you see, Margie, you weren't the only one who was being kidded. I was stringing your dad along, too.
You're the man who has to sign Dad's contract?
Oh, I'm going to sign it. Don't worry about that. It's you I'm concerned about, Margie. Listen, I'll come to New York and I'll buy you the whole town. If you just forget me. Oh, come on, Margie, give me a break. Even though I don't deserve it.
All right, then, on one condition. You've got to help me get even with Dad for framing this whole thing.
You name it and I'll do it. I'll get my whole tribe to help me if I have to.
Well, Dad's got the idea that you folks might make him an honorary member of the tribe when you sign the contract.
Why, yes, it's not an unusual custom with my people to honor an important person.
All right, then. All I ask is that you go through with the ceremony, but with a few trimmings I have to suggest. And, mister, have I got 'em.
You mean I'm actually going to be made an honorary chief? Oh, this is marvelous. Well, would I get a chance to meet the big chief before the ceremony so that I can pay my respects?
Why, here comes Chief Lightfoot now.
Good afternoon, Mr. Albright.
You?
Chief Lightfoot, at your service.
But I...
You thought I was a dumb Indian guide, I know. I apologize for deceiving you. Now, shall we sit down and discuss the ceremony as one chief to another?
This is the most exciting night of my life, Bill. Or I should say, Chief.
I don't want to upset you, but there's been a little hitch about the contract. Seems old Chief Warhorse won't sign with a paleface. He still lives in the past, I'm afraid.
You mean the deal is off?
No, provided you can stand the test. Now, tonight we'll make you a blood brother. That will pacify the old boy, and he'll have to sign because you'll be one of us. I must warn you, though, the ceremony is pretty rigorous.
Don't worry about that. Just so long as I don't mess up the deal.
I'll go see if the council's ready.
Big Chief Vern. Oh, Mr. Honeywell die of envy.
Well, how do we look?
On you, war paint looks good. Are you all ready for the blood brother ceremony, medicine man?
Oh, you betcha.
All right, Chief Warhorse, you know what to do. Just make like sign language, and I'll interpret for your dad. Got it? Good.
Now, don't any of you laugh at my sign language. I'm just making it up as I go along.
Don't worry, Miss Albright. Chief Lightfoot has explained everything. We are with you.
Candidate Albright, you stand before the mighty Chief Warhorse. Pay your respects.
Now, how do you do, your chiefesty?
Chief Warhorse wants to know why you shiver and shake. Are you afraid?
Afraid? I should say not. It's just that it's cold without a shirt, that's all. You've heard the gag. It's so cold that even my goose pimples have goose pimples.
Chief Warhorse says that's a very old joke. You heard it the first time from General Custer. Now we proceed to the tests. There are two. One of strength and one of courage. You must pass them both to become a blood brother.
What do I have to do?
First, you must prove your courage equal to the courage of Chief Warhorse. Got your bottle of catsup. The test of courage. With this ceremony, you must mingle your blood with the chief's and become his brother.
My blood? Oh, no!
The chief says, you cut now. Try not to hit an artery. It is not good form to outbleed the chief.
I can't cut myself. I faint even when I get a nosebleed. Oh, now, wait a minute. Tell the chief it's pale-face custom not to waste blood. We give it to the Red Cross. I've already given my fixed donation this year, and that's the truth.
Ugala, tope spino, blood bank. The chief respects the pale-face custom. Bids you proceed with a test of strength.
Oh, that was a close one. It's a good thing that my hair is already white.
This is the chief's own bow and arrow. With it, he has killed many enemies.
Well, this thing is taller than he is.
The chief has a strength of 10. You must prove yourself his equal to become his brother.
What'd he say?
He says you are too old and flabby to use a chief's bow. We Indians have no sign language for physical wreck. Try this. Belongs to the chief's friends.
Where will I aim?
Into the great nowhere. May you never find your arrow and thus leave us for another hunting ground.
There they shoot him. Me did him.
Good heavens, you hit the medicine man.
No sign of contract. No sign of...
It was an accident. I didn't mean to shoot the medicine man.
Oh, no, Chief Warhorse, not that. Please, not that.
Not what?
The chief says you must be burned at the stake for the murder of the medicine man.
Margie!
Well, Dad, Big Chief Albright finally landed the contract, didn't he? Even though you did have to get it the hard way.
Oh, I suppose I had it coming to me after pulling that phony map on you. But your little gag sort of backfired on you, didn't it?
Yes, I guess you might say the joke was on me in the end.
That's my little Margie.